Good morning, everyone. It's Melissa Anderson with JFK Living, and I'm actually out and about today only because I have a home inspection. I'm actually sitting in my vehicle because the home inspector has requested that no one be in the home while he's inspecting. He'll let me know if there's, sources of concern, etc. So what I wanted to talk to you about this morning is there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of worry, and I've been getting questions from my clients and from my sphere and from friends and family about the housing market and people asking how I'm doing, so I appreciate that. There seems to be a lot of misinformation moving around, and I find that it's extremely important that in times like this that we make sure that we're not inciting panic, that we're not spreading misinformation, while at the same time presenting factual information and not hiding anything either. So I think that's always the best course of action. Sometimes it's not the easiest, but it usually is the best. I think that's what we teach our children too. And so I don't know if you caught Jerome Powell. He's the head of the Federal Reserve. He was on NBC this morning being interviewed by Savannah Guthrie. And he was talking about how up until March 1st of this year, the economy was doing extremely well. We had a 50-year low in the unemployment rate here in this country. Wage earnings were up, interest rates were low, things were continuing on. What has happened is not a financial crisis. There's nothing wrong with the economy. What is happening is we've had an event, an episode. The pandemic has happened. And so these businesses that are now shuttered and closed, and people who are out of work or closed because of the pandemic. It's not because there's something financially wrong with these businesses. It's because in order to stop the spread of the pandemic, it's important that non-essential activities be ceased. And so that discretionary spending that we're used to with regard to things like bars, restaurants, travel, airline, cruises, all of these different things are being shut down, which is, of course, going to affect the economy. There's no doubt about it. There is going to be a slowdown in the economy, not because we have a financial or economic problem. It's because of an event. It's not a banking crisis. It's not a housing crisis. A lot of people have been asking, will this be like 2008? I'll share some slides with you that no, this is not like 2008. The circumstances are extremely different, and it's important that we understand what those differences are so that when we're talking to each other, we're not inciting panic. We're not inciting a lot of anxiety so that we can help people to understand about what's actually going on. And so while it's going to be a difficult time and no one can predict exactly what will happen, this is uncharted, unprecedented territory in our lifetime. It just is. And so while I'm not going to make predictions, that would be irresponsible of me to do so, please be assured that the JFK Living team, myself, are very interested in your welfare, your well-being. We want to answer any questions that you have as it relates to the housing market, supporting our local businesses. I still have clients who need to buy and sell properties. Fortunately, in the state of New Jersey, we are not completely shut down. We're still following all the safety protocols that we're supposed to. But I just felt extremely passionate about it this morning, that I get the word out there that this is not a housing crisis. This is not a collapse of our banking system or our mortgage system like we experienced back in 2008. There were a lot of factors leading up to 2008, and I'll share those slides with you. Most people since then have learned their lesson and have acted responsibly with the equity in their home. Mortgage practices are extremely different than they were in 2008, where all you had to do was be able to breathe on a mirror and get a mortgage. So we're constantly talking to industry professionals. We are coached by the top coaching real estate experts in the country, and we're in constant communication. So hang in there, hang tight, and we'll continue to keep you updated, guys, okay? So reach out with any questions. If you just want to chat, you want that human connection, reach out to me. I'd love to chat with you and have like a coffee convo through Zoom or through FaceTime or, something else, okay? So stay safe out there. I have my gloves, I have my wipes, I have my hand sanitizer, and I'm ready to do my part. So stay safe, take care, support your local businesses. We're in it together, and we can do this. All right.